Hey! Welcome back to my channel. My name is Anna, and on this channel I teach cake artists how to create modern cake designs and lifelike flowers using wafer paper. In the last week's tutorial, I showed you how to use wafer paper to create this ethereal lace, how to use fondant to create these textural decorations, and then I looked at this cake and I thought maybe we need to add something. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create lace using wafer paper and how to add this to your cake design. Let's get started. Okay, let's start with making our lace. First thing we need to have is to use wafer paper. I'm going to use this wafer paper. This is Saracina 0.27 millimeters, but any single thickness wafer paper from 0.22 to 0.35 millimeters would work for this technique. And I'm going to use a craft punch. This tutorial is so easy. If you have any border craft punch you can get in a craft store, you can make this lace. So first of all, I know that the size of my lace is a little bit less than 2 inches. And I know that my wafer paper is 8¼ inches this way. So I'm going to fold and cut my wafer paper in 4 even strips. So I'm cutting this in half lengthwise, and then each piece in half again. And even if your wafer paper is relatively dry, it doesn't matter. We are going to introduce moisture to shape our lace. Now I have these 4 pieces, and I'll start with using one piece of wafer paper. And I have a tray here on my table to collect my scraps because I'm going to reuse them either to make some decorations out of wafer paper or just to make my wafer paper glue as I usually do. So for my craft punch, I'm going to take my craft punch and insert my piece of wafer paper into craft punch, lining up my corners so it starts here and goes down. And I'm going to punch it once and then move it upwards, again to connect my lace and to punch it again. And again, third piece until I'm done with my lace. And I find if you wanted to speed up your process, you can either hire your kids or ask your husband to help you. Most of the time, I keep my craft punch towards me like this, and then I can move it up and do this relatively quick, like this. So now I have another piece. And it depends on the size of your cake, but we'll start with maybe a few sheets of wafer paper first. Now that I have my lace decorations, I'm going to bring my steamer to shape them. And now that I have my cake here, I have my wafer paper pieces, and you can see I put them in a bag because I'm going to steam them just in case to protect from any extra moisture I don't need. I'm going to use my steamer. This is a cloth steamer, but you can use a pot of water or a mini steamer. It doesn't matter, we just need to introduce a little bit of moisture. I'm going to turn it on, and I turn it to the other way out of my cake, not to introduce too much moisture. What I found that the easiest way to create these ruffles is to make your wafer paper into pieces, to tear your wafer paper into pieces and bring it into your steam just a little bit. And then I have a glass of water here. I'm going to apply this on the bottom part of my lace and create this lacy textural shape. Now that my piece of lace is shaped and it's sticky on the bottom right here, I'm going to bring it to my cake and stick to my fondant. So the goal here is to attach. You can see how I hold my lace. This part is sticky with water, and I'm going to attach this to my cake and almost fold it over my finger to create this more textural effect. If your lace don't want to stand on its own, take a few toothpicks and poke your lace with a toothpick so it's going to stay in place. Let's do this again. So I'm turning on my steamer, bringing in my wafer paper, then applying a thin layer of water here on the bottom and shaping this into something very textural and very interesting like this. And now I'm going to bring this to my cake, stick it and fold it over my finger to create this beautiful textural lace. Few toothpicks, and you can remove your toothpicks in like 5 minutes maybe. You just need a little bit of help with your lace. And I'll continue doing this, arranging lace on my cake, and I'll show you the final result. I'm happy with my design. I don't want to go any lower, not to clash with my top tier design. Next up, what I'm going to do is to take my toothpicks out. And because I wanted to clean this edge and make it look professional, I'm taking my piece of wafer paper and I will cut out this white part to create much thinner lace. And now with this lace, I'm going to do the same treatment. I'm going to steam this, shape it the same way we did for our other pieces, and use small amount of water on the end part to make it sticky. And I will apply it right here to cover my seams. Like that. And because I have wafer paper over there and wafer paper sticks to wafer paper very easily, it is not going to take long for me to attach these pieces. If you live in a humid climate, see how your wafer paper behaves, and you might even skip on using a steamer if your humidity is relatively high. And just like that, I have my wafer paper lace here. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. I hope you like it. I hope you learned something new. Please share with your cake friends. It helps me a lot. I wanted to grow my channel and get 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So I'm asking for your help. If you can subscribe to my channel and share this tutorial with your friends, I hope we all can learn something new how to work with wafer paper. My name is Anna Stashkina and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye bye.